Well, hello again, and welcome to Roland's Reviews. Hope that everyone can hear and see us clearly. As you can see, our esteemed guest, Big Al Uncle Coon, is back again. Uh, and I hope that you are in um, and relaxing. And Florida said that they're waiting for the countdown in Michigan, I think. Yeah, for the rally. Okay, so yeah, if you can hear and see everything clearly, let us know. How are we doing? Roll call time. Ballenburgs, Florida, Valerie, Underground, Detroit. Where are we here? Andrew, Cha Cha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We could not do this without you. Oh God, look who's here. Ruby. Oh God, Ruby is here. Let me spam the comment section with some laughing emojis. We already know Ruby's going to be on point. Mr. Fizz, how are you, sir? And I always give Mr. Fizz some his kitty cat emojis. I hope you like those cats. Cha Cha, how are you, dear? All right. Mr. Uncle Coon, Big Al, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Having a good day?
I'm great. How are you?
I cannot complain. I told you I just cut about an acre of grass, so I think I got my 10,000 steps in for the day. So that's going to wipe me out. I'm not going to do too much else for the rest of the day, but I did get that grass cut. And that's always important, of course, to keep the slithery creatures away from the house. Okay. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started, folks. I know people are busy, but I wanted to go ahead. I've been talking to Big Al, and we were talking about what's going on so far as the Democratic Party is concerned. Thank God they're in complete disarray. They are imploding. I love it, love it, love it. And look at the title before our fire started here. All right. So, Big Al is going to share some information with you in reference to Miss Kamala Hills Up Harris and how her policies have been detrimental to Black America. And all these crazy people out here saying, well, get rid of Biden and have her step in. No, 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 no. That's not what you want. And so, are you lost? How are you, dear? And so, we're going to talk about some of the things that she's been responsible for. Now, if you've been here on the channel for a while, you already know we've discussed several. Now, I shared a video, just one, of a gentleman who was wrongfully convicted when she was DA in San Francisco. And again, there are many stories of men who were in jail who shouldn't be there. No thanks to her. And so, oh, Ruby said Biden staying in the race. That sounds good to me, Ruby. So, Big Al, what are your thoughts on Kamala Harris and some of the information that you have, the intel you have on her in reference to, what she is, how she's been so detrimental to the Black community and the communities and America now that she's VP and America.
Well, it's the same. Like I think it's Valerie Irvin in the chat just told us Kamala is not Black. She's Indian. So that's the first lie right there. Her whole life is a lie. Right. So we can start with that right there. And I noticed that she never says she's Black. She always says she's a person of color. So everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. For instance, you can connect the hypotenuse with the bus ride, and then you come back to the bus, and then then you get on the bus. Have you ever heard Kamala Harris say anything to make any sense? Ever? Never. She talks in words. Crazy. Then if you can I do something a little bit different, Miss Roland? I want people, because I know we're gonna get some trouble. I'm hoping that we do. And I'm gonna say some stuff, and I'm gonna kind of put it out there because I want these people to go look it up and do some research for yourself. I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to go research and look it up, because once you start digging, and you come to the truth, when you find the truth, you can't unsee some of this stuff. These people are ridiculous. The first video, Tulsi Gabbard, y'all remember when Kamala was running for president? And Tulsi Gabbard got on there and said, "You are ridiculous. Your record as a DA is crazy. You put so many black men in prison."
Say it again.
She laughed about it for weed.
Weed. Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
She put tons of black men in prison for smoking weed, and then laughed about smoking weed on the Breakfast Club. It doesn't make any sense. Now, and then here's what I want you to research too. Go and see how many people President Trump let out of prison for weed. In most states now, weed is legal. So why are all these brothers still locked up for weed? I used to smoke it. You light one up, I might hit it now. I don't know. Depending on how I feel. But I'm just saying, that don't make you no criminal. That just means you smoking weed. But this woman here is ridiculous. And then the mayor of Los Angeles, he was the mayor of was it Willie Brown? They used to go together and whatever. And he got on TV when he found out she was running for president, he was on all of social media telling the world that this woman is trash and she ain't no good. And he said point blank, she got to the top by spending time on her knees. Now, all the grown folk, y'all know what that means, right? Willie Brown said that. Willie Brown said that. And that's when the social media, they cut him off. They took him off Twitter, Facebook, and everything. See, y'all not paying attention. The truth is coming from the people. They squashing people, right?
That's it.
Miss Rowland, you told me something the other day. I think they playing with my numbers already.
Yeah. They will shadow ban you. They will, when you start spewing truth, when your numbers really start to take off. I found out, just like so many other people have, they'll start, because they are the ones over the algorithm. So they decide which videos are shared and which videos are not shared. And Detroit says she wasn't praying. Okay.
No, she wasn't praying.
So, but what you're saying is absolutely right. Are you lost? She denies the Jamaican part. We are good with that. She's embarrassed. Are you lost? Looks like me and Big Al were talking. I said she is black when it's convenient. And like I said, I was looking at the polling numbers, Big Al, and she's not looking. Her numbers are tanking. So thank God people are waking up. The only time you see her is when it's time for your vote. Other than that, she is off doing God knows what.
Yeah, can I say something about that? And I don't want y'all. I don't want everybody. Because see, I don't see color. As a matter of fact, I got a video coming. I don't want to be black no more. I just want to be American. You see what I'm saying? But I don't see color. But let me explain something to y'all. Kamala Harris would never, ever be president of the United States if they put her on the ticket. Because my friends in the white neighborhood, the white women, they will never, ever vote for Kamala. I don't think they will vote for a white woman, period. A woman, period. You know how, I'm going to tell you why I say that. Now, this is just my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why I say this. Right. Because what I see on Wednesday night in America, when you pass by the churches on the other side of town, the white neighborhoods, it's full of cars. Right. Those are women in there. And they know by the word of God that the man is in charge. They're not finna vote for no woman to run the country. They know better than that. One of the biggest things with them is safety and security and all that. They're not finna do that. Now, having said that, look at the black leadership, the women. Don't y'all get mad at me. I'm just saying, look around. This DEI stuff.
Say it.
Look at the women that's running stuff and look at what's happening. All of it is going down. It's going down in the flames. All of it. That's not what it does.
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
Yeah. So we just have to stick with the Bible. I'm finna put those. Remember those wrists? What would Jesus do? I'm finna come back with them. We need those. That's what we need.
Yes, Big Al, you are absolutely right. And I've even said, even after the attempted assassination attempt, you see DEI almost got President Trump unalived. with
Yeah.
that short
Short.
Secret Service out. What the heck was she going to protect? Don't give me DEI, okay? Get out of here with DEI. And so Ruby said, remember Obama over Hillary Clinton? Exactly. And so and Ruby is saying, big amen, brother.
Yeah.
And so again, folks, all of you on here, you know the deal. Yes.
Miss Rowe, why do women get offended by that? The Lord said that we supposed to take care of y'all, right? Y'all supposed to be chilling.
The feminists,
taking it easy. You're not supposed to be having the problem, the weight of the world on your shoulder. That's for the men.
The feminist movement. The feminist movement is what caused us to be. That's why the American family is in disarray, and so people are out of order, especially in the Black family. And again, you can thank LBJ and the Democrats and the creation of the welfare state for that. Again, they removed the Black male from the family. That's demonic. God created the nuclear family, mother, father, children. But again, a lot of these Black men are waking up, hi Lori, and they're realizing, wait a minute. They realize that they're out of order. They're supposed to be there in the home with the wife and the children. Who removed? The Republicans didn't. It was the Democrats. We'll help you. We'll help you with food. We'll help you with shelter. But you no mail. And so now the government becomes your father. And then you're on the Democratic plantation. And Ruby said, brainwashed women get offended by truth. Ruby is absolutely right. I have some people, Big Al, that I started with when I started the channel. And when I started spewing truth, they were like, no, I don't like, they told me, I don't like the direction that the channel's going in now. You know, they're staunch Democrats. They're part of the Black Boule and those Greek organizations, and they don't even realize that they don't even realize they're worshiping Greek gods and all those fraternities and sororities, and it's sad. But you don't want to hear what I have to say. And you think you're worshiping God. They're worshiping Greek gods. I know some of them, Delta, Sigma, Theta, and then, of course, AKA, Skiwee, and all that crazy stuff. So, you know, God made the vine dresser, right? Are you lost? Are you lost? God made man the vine dresser, and he is the caretaker of the home, the provider. Are you lost is absolutely correct. And everyone's saying hi to you, Big Al. And so, Big Al, I agree with you. I've been saying this. And when you look at her, you can see how fake she is. She's fraudulent. He has the same, and again, what I'm loving is that she has the same approval rating of Biden with the latest poll. And so, again, if you, I don't care what your political affiliation is. Why would you not want to know the truth? Even if you wouldn't, even if you say, okay, I'll listen to this, I'll watch this, I'm not changing my vote. But if you're just flat out, nope, don't want to hear it, don't want to see it, then there's no hope for you.
It's crazy.
Go ahead.
It's absolutely crazy. I remember, and we need to pull. Somebody need to pull the video. I'm pretty sure most of this crew here saw it. But when Joe Biden, remember one of the first things Joe Biden did, they had a Zoom call. Remember that with the so-called Black leader. And remember what Joe Biden said. Now this was before he lost his darn mind. He's supposed to have been sane then. Remember he said, "Y'all shut the hell up and take it." Remember that he said, "I ain't doing nothing for y'all." Remember he said that on Zoom call. I'm like, what? That was before I wasn't doing videos then, but I'm gonna go back and pull that video. I remember that
because we'll share it. Pull it.
It was a whole panel of Black senators and Black people who I think Roland Martin was on there, and he told Joe Biden came on there and he told them, "Y'all settle down and shut the hell up, because you ain't getting nothing." He said it on a Zoom call, and he said he was gonna look out for the Hispanics and the illegals. He said it. He wasn't in office 5 days when he did that. Because remember, they was trying to have a meeting with him. Remember Ice Cube was trying to have a meeting with him with the plan that he had.
Yes,
and
sir.
Trump told Ice Cube, come on to the White House, let's talk. Show me what you got, let's do it. And then he went to Kamala Harris and Biden, and they said, well, when we win, we'll take a look at it. And that Zoom call came from that, where he had those black leaders on there on a live Zoom call. They didn't know what he was going to say. They was all on there skinning and grinning.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden came on there and said, you ain't getting that. Shut your mouth. Because you ain't getting that. He told him that.
And he did. He honored it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to pull
and
that up.
You can respect that. You can respect someone who tells you up front. He told you. And so why are you in your feelings? Why are you in your feelings?
I don't have a black agenda. He said that point blank.
He didn't have an American agenda.
He's a vice president. What have we seen her do? Wasn't she the border czar? Was she over the border? Look how smooth they put that. They kind of put that on her. No, she wasn't. She has never been to the border at all.
And she's not going.
So how could she know anything about it? How is she going to run for president? How's she going to defend her record? She was vice president. Record? She didn't do nothing. And so you think she finna do something as president? She didn't do nothing. Went to an AKA meeting and twerked. That's right. The people told me, you supposed to twerk today.
Yeah. Oh no, don't get Ruby started again. Oh my God, Ruby. Now you're gonna get Ruby started. You know Ruby's here. I'm trying to keep Ruby in check today, but now you're getting us started. Joe said black people need to connect with Hispanics. Ruby said all truth. Are you lost? Biden said Latino community is diverse, unlike the African American community. Exactly. Are you lost? Tracy, how are you? Maybe he was going senile then. Tracy, who knows? Detroit says she can't spell border. Cha-cha, twerk. Now you got cha-cha involved.
I got a question.
Oh my God.
I got a question as well, and I know I might. I pray I don't stick my foot in my mouth. But how did we get to be African American? I've been wondering about that.
So
I don't know. Maybe
we're not. Okay. We're not. And if you look at some of the channels I look at, people that come over here from Africa and even Jamaica, they don't even want to be associated with Black Americans. So
I ain't never been to Africa.
No, that's what I tell these people. Oh, I'm packing up. I'm going. You go right on. This is where I was born, and this is where they'll plant me. But this is my thing. In this country, right? Mm-hmm. Everything, and me and you talked about this, Al. They're banking on this right here, this skin color. What did we say? Voting for color. Now, look at the Black community as a whole in America. Mm-hmm. It's in it's not. I mean, you have some people doing well. Too many are not. Following the Democratic policies. If you know what the problem is, but you don't want to, and the solutions are here, but it's on the wrong side of the aisle for you. So you're just going to you're going to stay stuck on stupid on this side. Democratic policies harm not only Black America, they harm America, period.
Everybody.
So again, everyone is harmed from Democratic policies. And so that's what I tell some of the channels I told you, Big Al, that I watch. They're just, oh no, black. No, you better be talking about all of Americans. We're all affected. If there's one demographic that's not doing well and your group is doing well, guess what? They're coming over to start stealing from you. So we have to uplift everyone, Americans, period. And that's what I've been saying. Are you lost? I love Jamaican and I love America. I'm a naturalized citizen. I identify as American. Exactly. Are you lost? Claren, how are you? And you think he's going to change it all? He's not changing anything. But again, everybody go ahead and hit that little thumb for me. Hit that like button. Share this out on Truth Social and the other various forms of social media. Like I said, he told you exactly what he was going to do. He did not falter. He did exactly. So all these people who are upset, he warned you. That's why I have mad respect for Cata Trust, the lady in Chicago. Those of you who've been here on the channel for a while, I've reached out to her. She never responded, but I wanted to bring her on the show. She said she voted for Brandon Johnson because she knew him. She said if I had just taken time, she knew. I mean, so we are always taught you need to vote for people you know, and what's the Democratic mantra? If they Black, you're supposed to vote for them. Vote blue, no matter who. And that's what we're all indoctrinated. That's what we're told. The party of inclusion, the party of diversity, the party of equity, and it's all a lie. And thank God their House of Lords is coming down.
Say something they don't like and see if it's equity and inclusion. All that.
I found out. I found out. And so everything that they say they stand for has been proven to be a lie. And like I said, when Big Al, I did that video on Tyson Foods laying off those 1,300 Americans in Perry, Iowa. Okay. So again, they don't care what color you are. If you're an American, they don't give a care. They have a communist, Marxist, socialist agenda that they're trying to fulfill. And if you're an American, you're just not, you're not on the radar. Forget you. And so how you can continue to vote against your own best interests, I don't know. I don't get it. But like I said, I really have respect for the people in Chicago, and God, I hope they flip it red. It's their time. Those people did not deserve to be treated like that. You have people, you know, they're working and they're still homeless because they can't afford rent, and you bring non-Americans in and give them, you know, New York and all these sanctuary cities, they're living in 4-star hotels. But you have and you know, now I told you where I live. Large military presence here at Fort Liberty, formerly Fort Bragg, and Kobe Air Force Base. We have plenty of homeless veterans. What about the people who serve this country? What about them? But they're Americans, so they don't count. And so again, what has Kamala, since we're talking about Kamala Harris, what has she done for anyone that's American? I'll wait.
You know what? It's one thing that I've noticed. It's one thing that I've noticed about the Democrats. It's certain things, especially nowadays. It's certain topics. It's certain things that you will never ever hear them talk about because they can't. Certain like the veterans and all that, they can't talk about that because they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything for the veterans. Nothing. Zero. And then there's a lot of topics they talk about. The extreme leftists, they get mad. But you know what? There's a lot of people on the left waking up too.
Yes, sir.
They're waking up too. And then Joe Biden trying to slip in that inflation. He fixed inflation and all that. Like we stupid. Like we don't go. Yeah, they brought gas down a couple cents, right? But it's still $3. $3. Right? It was $1.89 when Trump was in office, but now a carton of eggs costs $8, and you trying to tell me you fix inflation? You ain't fixed nothing. And then have y'all noticed that the bags got less product in it? You know, I got a honey bun, they got 2.
Shrinkflation
for a honey bun and a drink, and got $1.89 back. I'm like, what my change? What? That's it. All right. And y'all talking about 4 more years of Biden? Are you kidding? Man, y'all crazy.
You were a victim. You were a victim of shrinkflation.
Yeah, I got 3 bites of a honey bun. I said, man, where the honey bun at? Shoot, you don't get no money for your stuff these days. And then
shrinkflation strikes again.
Joe Biden fixed inflation. He so did, just like he fixed Medicare, man. Them people crazy as hell, all of them. And you trying to follow them? Man, y'all better come on, man.
So yeah, so if you like what's been going on the past 4 years in this country, if you want more of what you have received, then you know who to vote for. If you want more of nothing,
Yeah,
well, okay.
yeah. Go ahead, vote for Joe.
Right.
Vote for Joe.
Jeffrey, that's not worried about a color. Let's worry about having a free society. Now tell me about the groceries part. Yeah, Jeffrey, that's what he's explaining. Um, Louis said he can't afford to crack eggs are $6. He can't afford to crack them.
He
Exactly.
said he can't afford to crack.
Suave. That's what he
Yeah,
said. Suave, why do black people say that?
Yeah.
Suave, listen, Suave has a question. Yeah. Why do black people say that neither party cares for us when they've only given one party a chance? Suave, let me respond, and then Big Al, if you'd like to say to that. Now, I didn't say that. How you doing, Matt? I didn't say that neither party cares for us. Now, I don't know. Now, you may hear there are some YouTubers saying that. So Suave, they have at one point they were with the Republicans, but ever since LBJ and the Great Society, right, for the past 60 plus years, Black Americans have been voting Democratic. They've been lied, they've been gaslighted, they have been just brainwashed, indoctrinated with lies. That the Democrats are for the poor people, the little man. The Republicans are for what? Big business, industry, rich people. That indoctrination is real. Brainwashing is real. Gaslighting is real. So Suave, like I said, I don't say that and the only thing I say about the Republican Party, and I understand it, it's economic. They just have not. The Democratic Party has done all of this evil. They've been allowed to do all that evil. But the Republican Party, the only way I fault them, they haven't reached out. At least give Trump credit. He has broken ground. Now, I said this. Now, he showed them how to do it. He went places that Republicans have not gone. He's showing them how to do it. So if they don't learn from what he's showing them, shame on them. He's doing things they were unwilling to do. He's showing you what to do. Big Al, you want to respond to that?
Man, I can't wait to. I don't know what president is going to do about making speeches live and stuff like that, because I just believe if they try to kill him once, they're gonna do it again. I believe when the truth be told, I think they've already tried to assassinate him. To be honest with you, they're not done on the news. I think they've already tried to kill him, but I don't know if he's gonna keep rolling and keep doing speeches. But if he ever show up in Chicago, boy, I think them people gonna cut up. I mean, in the right way, right? Because they've already said it.
And they're waiting on him.
Saying, man, President Trump, come to Chicago. We want to talk to you because we sick of this mess. And they told Brandon Johnson to his face. Matter of fact, they in a council meeting, they said, anybody got some paper? We need to start your recall right now because we're sick of you. And man, it's terrible. And the mayor of New York the same way. Man, the people fed up, man. You can lie so long, but when that thing starts,
they're calling them out on their stuff.
Yeah. It's a mess. But I think
we call kitchen table issues. Yeah. And Big Al, if you remember, I told you that I did a video on the people of Chicago asking Trump to come and meet and talk with them. That video went viral. I mean, it hit 100,000 in no time. Yeah. So it's real, and I want them to flip Chicago. Yes. I have Tracy asked me to explain gaslighting. Big Al, let me explain that. So first of all, for those of you who love the old black and white movies like I do, gaslighting, I think it's with Ingrid Bergman and I forgot the man's name, from 1940 something, the original gaslighting. So this guy, plot of the movie, he married this lady. He just wanted her money, but he made him think, he was trying to make her think she was going crazy and having delusions. He was doing all this crazy stuff, making her think it was her, but it was him, because he didn't want her. He just wanted her money. So gaslighting, someone's pulling the wool over your eyes. Someone is not being frank or clear or transparent with you. They're telling lies like the Democrats are doing. That's what gaslighting is. So Charles, thank you, Elder Third, Charles Boyer. Yes. Diane, how are you? Hope, they want to get rid of Adams and Hochul. You guys, and see, I love this that the true Democrats are coming out of what they actually are. They are no longer hiding it. Hochul, people can't stand her either. Look at what she's. So they're always pointing to the Republicans. They're racist. Look at all the statements that she's making. And she gets a free pass because she's a Democrat. Black children in the Bronx don't know what a computer is. Now, if a Republican says that the internet will break down. So they're allowed to say and do anything that they very well please. The Fishing Kid, how are you? The Fishing Kid is laughing. I don't know why. Welcome. Several of you, have almost 100 people in here. Please go ahead and hit that like button for me. How are you, Fishing Kid? Hit that little like button. It doesn't cost you anything. So what do you think about that? And I do have something to share with you guys in reference to Kamala. It's just a website that I went to. And again, you may not, those of you, the Dems are sinking fast. Yes, they are. Florida, yes, tell your husband, thank you for his service. And so all I'm saying is, you cannot, everyone pretty much has the internet. And all you have to do is a little research. You don't have to believe anything that we're saying on here. But if you just, all you need to do, get on Google, whatever search engine you want. You can find out information. That's what, like I said, the internet is good and bad. So we can't come on here telling lies to you, because all you have to do is get on Google and find out the truth. All you have to do is Google.
Well, it's a whole nother deal. I probably shouldn't even say this, but I'm trying to figure. I have never ever seen Kamala Harris in a dress. Have you?
Normally when I see her, I try to turn away. I don't know.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know. I'm really not that sure. How you doing, Damon Lee? Damon Lee said everything you said is the truth, and people will listen to the truth. Damon, we're trying because. As I've said, if you've been here on the channel for a while, Big Al, I've been telling people this election is the most important election of this century. America is at stake. If the Democrats, I don't know what they're going to try to pull. If we cannot get them out of that White House, stick a fork in us, we're done. This country it's over. It's over.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they're trying to do. They pulled it yesterday. They're gonna try to take the internet down. They're gonna try to take the internet down. They're doing it right now. They're doing it right now. They're gaslighting right now, and the internet was going crazy. And they saying China doing it. Wait a minute, hold on, come on, man. So you got to be stupid. So you telling me as a country, you know what somebody gonna do to you? And then you sitting around waiting on it, and then you stupid enough to tell the people that they gonna do it, and you haven't done nothing about it. You know they lying. They telling you point blank, trying to go take the grid down, all the electricity, everything gonna go off, and you're not trying to do nothing to stop it. How the hell does that make any sense? Man, these people are so full of crap. And then you know what? You lose my number.
So evil.
Y'all see my shirt? Uncle Cool, right? So I was the other day.
Sit up where they can see it, Al, Big Al.
And I got my shirt on, right? And the lady said, "I know you."
Yes, sir.
I do taxes. I told y'all yesterday, if you got a tax problem, ask Damon. But I do taxes. If you got a tax problem, holler at me. I'll get you straight. I'm at the post office, so I saw one of my clients, right? Hey, how you? Oh no, I know you're not a Trump supporter. I said, so you want me to vote for the people that tried to kill him? How the hell you sound, man? She said, well, she didn't say nothing. So another lady called. She said, well, I see your posts and all the stuff you're saying about Trump, and I just don't agree. And I was just letting you know that I won't be coming to you to get my taxes done.
Yeah.
I said, okay, that's great. No problem.
Yeah.
Ms. Roller, guess what happened the next day? And this is the God's honest truth.
What happened?
I get a call from a client, and he said, hey, man.
Yes, sir.
These people down here, he works at a mill, and he said it's about 50, 60 people on my shift. And he said, they down here talking about you. I got my taxes, you did my taxes, a couple other people got it. He said, everybody down here said they coming next year, that you better have some room. See what I'm talking about? See, when you look, when you stand up with what's right, you don't have to put up with this foolishness these people from the left doing. I don't think I'm coming to you no more. So,
fine.
She'll be back next year when they ask my clients. I get that money. You get mad. Everybody don't like me, and they come back though. Big
Al, and what we talked about earlier. We got to get to Biden hired all of these how many 70 plus additional IRS agents coming after working Americans.
87,000.
Was it 87?
It can fit in the Superdome. He hired 87,000
coming after our money.
IRS agents. Who you think they're coming after? You.
Us. Americans, hardworking Americans. So he can continue to send money wherever.
Yep. And then he's going to take the money and do what with it? Send it to Ukraine. That's what you vote for.
And we're supposed to vote for that.
We're supposed to vote for that?
Yeah. No, sir. I have something I wanted to share. So everyone can see. I tell you, I got this off of fact checking, but let me see if I can present this, and hopefully we won't have any glitches here. Let me share this so everyone can see it.
Who said they refused? Yeah, you call me a cool, no problem. Those who should be ashamed. Nah, they hey, it started a whole nother career for me. I tell them all the time, call me something else.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
right,
okay.
I'm trying to see if it. So I'm trying to share this screen with you guys. It's kind of slow. All right, let me see if it's up and running. Not
Trump's going to
yet.
make deportation agents instead, as they've already been financially allocated. And that's good.
Yeah,
politicians.
Right. Yeah. All right, I'll try one more time.
I'll just read the chat while you Steve Oil says the politicians have been pimping the taxpayers since the beginning. That's true. I wonder what they, they already said that Joe Biden got all that money from China, right? And Hunter Biden, we know he was getting $80,000 a month. What did the IRS say about that? And y'all remember when Trump got in trouble with his taxes? Has he ever paid? He ain't paid nothing. That's why he be running his mouth, lying to us about the Democrats. He's on the the IRS come after who they want to come after.
Us. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And like I said, those of you who are just coming into the chat, I did share up under the video. You can see I shared a video of a man who was wrongfully convicted. How you doing, Baldwinberg? Yeah, 81 people in the chat. Please go ahead and hit that like button for us. And so let me read this to you. Hopefully you guys can see it. And this was during the debate, the first debate, Biden-Harris. And Biden dropped a dime on Kamala. Biden and Harris butted heads several times during the early Democratic primary debates. One such confrontation occurred during the second of two Democratic debates in July 2019 in Detroit, when Biden attacked Harris's past record in California. Those that have been on the channel for a while, I've been talking about her record when she was a DA in San Francisco, California.
That's right. Yep.
Describing police department abuse that occurred under her watch that led to the release of 1,000 prisoners. Okay, and you guys can Google this, which Harris said she said it was not true, but it was broadly accurate. And so he also said, secondly, she also was in a situation where she had a police department where she was there that in fact were abusing people's rights. She was aware of it. And the fact was that she in fact was told by her own people, that her own staff, that she should do something about and disclose to defense attorneys like me that you in fact have been. The police officer did something that did not give you information that would exculpate you. Your client, she didn't do it. She never did it. And so what happened? So this is what I was telling you guys about. There are a lot of people who were incarcerated she was aware of and that were innocent. She did not. Now she's such a proponent, a supporter of the Black American community. What about all these black men that are in jail that are innocent? And then along came a federal judge and said enough is enough. He freed 1,000 of those people. So if she's done so much for Black America, yeah, she put thousands of people in jail who were innocent. Next question. Underground West says, I remember hearing about it. Yes, okay, but they don't want to discuss. Why don't they discuss this? Badgerton, please hit the like button. Thank you, dear. Andrew, remember when Sharpton's gut was 5 times? Yes, Andrew, that was in the 80s. He was really heavy. Valentino, the Democratic Party must come all the way clean. This is the only way they can revive and save the Democratic Party. They're imploding right now, Valentino. Steve, Sheila Jackson Lee has passed. Yeah, she just passed. I saw that today. How you doing, Joseph David? Didn't Kamala and Cory Booker all but call good old Joe? Yes, Joseph. Yes, yes, they did. And so that's just where we are, folks. Everything that we're telling you, you can look it up. You don't have to take our word for it. She has done nothing. Big Al is right. She has done nothing but been detrimental to the Black American community. She's done nothing but been detrimental to America, period. Okay? But since a large, amount of the Democratic Party is Black American, that's why I said that I included that. Okay? So if you want to know what she's done, that's what she's done. Yes, sir.
If Kamala Harris believed that Joe Biden is a racist, and she said that, remember that? Point blank, and gave examples and everything. If she believed that he is a racist, then how does she wind up on his ticket on his staff? Because one thing that I know about a racist, or that I believe I know, racist people do not go back and forth. If they racist, they are racist 24/7. They don't play with your black. They don't play with it. You're not finna touch them. They ain't finna touch you. They're not finna speak. They ain't finna do none of that, because they actually, the definition of racist means that they despise you because of the color of your skin. That's what racist is. And if she believed that Joe Biden is a racist, then why does she wind up in the White House with him? That tells you who she is. She's an opportunist, which is exactly what Willie Brown said. He said it. On her knees. He said it. She's going to do what she needs to do for power. And if you are incarcerated wrongly, who cares? That's your problem. She doesn't care. But this is the demographic that she's targeting, going to the black churches, going to the HBCUs. Why won't they acknowledge what she's done? Look what Andrew said. Andrew's always saying something. So could you address that, Big Al? Big Al, address that for me. Ma'am? I said, could you address that for me? With everything we're discussing in reference to Kamala, heels up. Yeah. Why the demographic she's targeting? She's going to black churches.
She's going to HBCUs. She's going to places. She's doing virtuals with like the likes of Taraji Henson. Girl, I'm in these streets. Listen to the lingo she's using, an urban lingo. Like I'm like you. No, you're not. You're nothing like me.
Kamala Harris she ain't in those streets, man, and she could care less. Name something that she did. That's what I want. That's what I want to hear. Name some. Where's Joy West? Joy Reid at? Name something that Kamala Harris has done. She was vice president. Yep. She hasn't done anything. Matter of fact, she can't even make a speech.
No.
Y'all seen her interviews? They terrible.
Yep. Yep.
Something wrong with her, man.
She talks in circles. She just talks in circles with words that don't go together, and she cackles. And that's just about it. And so what can we do, again, since we're trying to get the word out, what can we do to let these people know what can we do? Because November will be here before you know it, to let as many people as possible know. Yeah. Just look at her record. Yeah. She's not going to do anything for you. God, no.
Somebody made a good point right there. Dr. Martin Luther King was a Republican. And you know what I believe? I believe they killed him because he came out and said, he met with Malcolm X. And Malcolm X told him, hey man, you're on the wrong side. He said, these people over here, these people are wolves. He told Dr. King, he said, these people here, these not the wrong. And Dr. King came out and said, I think I've made a mistake. I think I've led my people to slaughter. And he was going to get out there and kill him. See, people don't know the history. You see? Because he was finna bag up on all that. Dr. King was a Republican. He wasn't no Democrat. And he said, I think I've led my people to slaughter.
He was.
He was finna start correcting that, that we need to roll with the Republicans, not these evil people over here. And that's when they killed him. See? And see, these people, a lot of people on the internet and stuff.
Right.
Now you asked me what should we do? In my opinion, I think you have to have intelligent conversation with some of these people, but don't let them run your pressure up and all that. But if you can take what they say and put it in the form of a question and flip it back on them, that'll help you a little bit, because now you're not arguing with them. You just took what they said and flipped it back on them.
Right.
I just killed 2 or 3 people this morning with that. They saying stuff, and I just take what they said, flip it back on them. And then they can't answer it. And so now it causes them to think about what they said, which is what they're not doing. That's why they said that dumb stuff. They haven't thought about it. They just repeating what they heard before. So I think we all have to do that, because we have a country to save. And I believe that we all have to do something to help do that and make sure these people don't get in office.
Right. And Ruby from Jordan said, the so-called black vote is the most dependable for the Dems. This is why they are pandering. And so, again, if you look at it, but the Democrats have never had to do anything for you. So why should they? They just come out, go to a few black churches, go to HBCUs, go to barbershops. And I did, those of you who were here, I did a video. Joe Biden came here to North Carolina, and he was in Raleigh, went and bought some fried chicken for some black family, and sat down, and he ate a burger from Cookout or wherever. And so this is what they do. And when you hear you and a lot of them get caught up. I mentioned this to you earlier, Al, in that color, that racial idolatry. They know, because I told you, one of my ex-coworkers, but the Democrats, they have representation. They have black people here and there. I said, look, I don't care about representation. I care about policy. Who cares if you have a black person here, there, and there? They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Who cares? And see, they stick. That's why they put black people in these positions, because they say, okay, they're going to see we're the party of diversity, inclusion, equity. They put black people in strategic places, so other black people on the plantation will vote for them. They know what they're doing.
That's true.
Al, I'm like you. I don't operate that way. Policy. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't operate that way. How you doing, Margaret? What do you think about that, Al? Do you agree with that statement I just made?
Yeah, I sure do. And then and also I think another thing that they do too, they put those DEIs in there, and then when things don't go well, then they know that especially when they put a woman in there, that people are not going to challenge that, and so that means they got away with it, and they just put the women out there at the front, and then they don't do anything, and they're not going. So nobody's going to say nothing because that's
right.
She in charge and she balling, and they got it now where if you say something about a black woman, man, you boy, what?
Oh.
Man, that's what I'm that way too. I don't argue with women. If some, women like on Facebook, the men, I jump on their butts all day long. But if a woman say something to me on Facebook, I shut that down. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing because you're not gonna get the last word, and they're not listening no way. That's why they said something. So I don't even fool with that like that. They in power. I don't argue with
and
women.
You're right. We said that in the video we did yesterday, Big Al, with the lady in here, the city councilwoman. She still has her seat. And like we said, those people don't want her there, but she's a black female. If they try to get her out, it's going to be HELL to pay because, now you're racist. They know she's going to pull the race card, and it has nothing to do with race. It has something to do that you shouldn't have opened your big fat mouth and you're stupid. That it has nothing to do with race. But they know. I better watch my. Yes, sir. But I even, But you know what, Big Al? I even see that in education.
You ain't careful. She'll blame it on you.
Yeah.
You wasn't even there.
Anyone but herself.
Yeah.
And she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I even see this in the field of education. Those of you who are familiar with the way education rolls these days, there are white teachers who are, because of the current climate, they're afraid to say things to black students who are doing things wrong. I've even had a white teacher come to me because she was because what are they going to say? You're racist. And no one wants to be branded a racist. So I've even had a white teacher come to me, Miss Seibert, would you please talk to this, which I knew the girl because I had her in class, and I went in there and she was sitting in the back. I said, come here. And I told her to go in there, sit down and shut your mouth. And that was the last of it. And I told the teacher, I said, do you have any more problems? Just come see me. She didn't have any more problems. But it's like that everywhere.
Yeah, the police officers too. But my mom taught school. And man, my mama walking in the room, everybody, not only when they shut up, they get up under the desk. Because she didn't have no problem putting something on your tail. Right? She used to tell me, I got on my head now, man. Say something stupid and see what happens. I did a video the other day. It's in there. It's gonna drop. I got some doozies coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna entertain you. I'm gonna have you crying. I'm gonna have you laughing. But I'm gonna put some on your butt, right? But I did one. I'm gonna have a conversation with my mom. She in heaven, my grandma and them. But I would wonder what would they be saying about all this mess that's going on right now. Do you think that your mom, your grandma, if they in heaven, you think they will be going for this transgender and all this old mess? You think they would go for that mess? And so you're around here talking about all this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to vote for Biden and Kamala, whoever they put up there. You think your grandmother would be saying that?
No.
Man, people, man, they wrote and they went through all that hell. Now you talk about slavery and all the stuff they went through. You think they went through all that for us to wind up with this mess that we got on our hands right now? Man, like Pastor said, you got to be a new kind of fool if you think that. I was just wondering, if my grandmother was here now, I know what she'd be saying.
Yeah.
Get on down the road with that foolishness.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. And I agree with you, wholeheartedly, Big Al. The old folks, they were about work ethic and character. Get out, doing honest days work. They weren't, and that's why I respect them so much. They weren't asking for handouts. They were asking to be treated like human beings. They were going out here working, trying to survive. They weren't out asking. They weren't feeling entitled, like they were owed something. They just got out there and worked hard.
Yeah, let me say something. Let me get in trouble about the Jim Crow era, like Byron Donalds did, right? Because back then, it was right. I was born right after that, right? But I'm just saying, Black people were proud people, man. The men worked, the women took care of the house. Everybody was cool, right? Did people have hard times? Sometimes. And people started pulling themselves up by the bootstrap. But men worked and they did what they were supposed to do. The families were together. And remember when if you were down the street somewhere and you did something wrong, any adult would tighten your butt up. You catch hell and they whoop your tail and drag you to the house and tell your mama, I whooped his butt. And you was finna get another whooping. See, we need to go back to that. That's what President Trump talking about. Make America great again. We need to go back to the basics, right? These kids are out of control. You can't say nothing to them. And people just, they tripping.
Right.
Boy. Let me hush. I'm gonna piss somebody off.
No, but you're right. Yeah, you're right. Badgerton says, I was called racist for making a mere observation about single mothers in the hood. Badgerton, what was your statement, dear? And like I said, it puts white people in a bad spot. As soon as they open their mouth, oh, you're racist. And I tell, if you've been here on the channel for a while, I am so sick of that word. And I tell my students when they come to me, this teacher's right. I said, look, don't come here with that. Go in that classroom, sit down and shut up. You're in there a short period of time. Learn. Yeah. Right. And that's what I tell. So I don't play those games. And I tell them when I pull them one-on-one, racism is an excuse for failure. If you're here working, trying to be the best that you can be, you don't have time to care about what someone else is doing in their life. And 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're talking about anyway.
That's right.
All I'm saying is,
look at the people. Look at these comments in the chat. Man, that's off the chain. These are some good people, right? This is what we got to do. We got to have conversations. There's some people in here that probably didn't agree when we first started. And
right.
Hopefully, we will get them to think. I don't never tell nobody what to do because you ain't finna tell me nothing, right? You can make some suggestions, but I'm a grown man. You ain't gonna tell me how to think, right? But we can talk, right?
Exactly.
But if I'm talking to a guy, he been all his life, he been pouring cement and concrete and stuff, and I'm gonna try to tell him about how to make concrete. That don't make no sense.
Right.
I'm gonna listen to him.
Right.
And so people need to listen, not running their mouth, especially, but it's the people that running their mouth are the people that don't. They all on one side, and that's I think that's the point I wanted to make a few minutes ago. Back in the day, our ancestors. If you talk to your grandmother, you couldn't give her one side of the story. She wasn't gonna listen to that. She said, "Oh, now tell me what's the other side." My grandfather
you got that right.
Said, "Son, let me tell you something. If it doesn't work on both sides of the coin, then it's BS." And y'all know what he said. He said it's BS. You flip that coin and it don't work on that side, then it's BS. That's exactly what it is. And the Democratic policies and the stuff that they come up with is all one-sided. It only works on one side. It doesn't line up with the Bible. It's not biblical at all. And the Bible tells, God tells you point blank, it's either good or it's bad. It either came from him or it came from him. Now, once you realize that, it's easy to make decisions.
Yes, sir.
I all my decisions based on that. Where did it come from? Did it come from heaven or did it come from the other guy? And when the smoke clears, I'm not going to be standing over there with Satan. You can bet your sweet bippies on that. That ain't going to happen.
Right. Ruby made an interesting comment. Racist equals twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yeah, if you're out trying to work and survive and do the best you can, you don't have time to be sitting around, oh, I can't make it because of racism and white supremacy. Get a grip.
Where the white supremacy at? Where they at?
Right. There are plenty of Black Americans who are successful. right?
Yeah.
Why did it hold them back? Get out of here with lose me with that. Also, Ruby said, "At libs can't handle facts. I'm black, and I get the same pushback." Ruby, Ruby knows. Yeah. Badgerton says Big Al is right. If it doesn't come from God, then it comes from the enemy. Badgerton, Big Al, you guys are on the same page. There is no gray area. Facts. Brandy, how are you, dear? Karen's here from the city of brotherly love. That's right, Steve. The neighbors used to call your parents if you were acting out. Badgerton said, I saw stats about black single mothers in the hood that I didn't even know about. It's almost as if I wasn't supposed to read the article. No, it's okay to read the article. Badgerton, we can thank the Democrats for creating that. The Democrats removed the black male from the home. Again, that's not what Big Al said. Everything they do, it's not from God. It's from the other guy.
Yep.
And so
it's demonic.
That's
the whole
what we're saying.
Everything they do is demonic. Everything.
It's demonic.
Yeah.
It's demonic. It's evil. And now they're imploding. And if people would really look at it clearly, they're falling apart. I love it. They're in chaos. So you know God is never involved with chaos. That's all that's all that they have. They don't know who's going to replace creepy Sleepy Joe. If they can replace him. You know that's not. God's nowhere in that mess.
Well, the women, a lot of the Black Caucus or whoever it is, they were saying that a lot of women are coming forth and saying if they don't put Kamala in, that they are not going to vote.
Oh, yeah.
Revote, and they're not going to vote at all. So look at all the
I saw that.
Yeah, look at the mess that they're in, right? And then if they don't
put Kamala, I was watching.
They got to give all that money back.
Right.
If they don't put Kamala in there, but they'll figure out some kind of way to get around that. I believe that they're going to keep Michelle Michael in there. That's what I think they're going to do. I think that's what Obama.
I don't know. I don't know Big Al, but I was watching the video before we came live. I got to finish. And yeah, they're saying what you said about black women. They're saying if you don't put Kamala in there, we're going to wreck this party. We're not voting for it. So they are in complete free fall, and I love it. And that is so the Democratic stranglehold on Black America is being loosened each day. And again, that's demonic. That's cult-like when you're not thinking for yourself. You're in a cult and you don't know it. In cults, you just do what you're told. There is no such thing as independent thinking, or they get rid of you. Right? Cult. That's cult. That's very cult-like.
Why are they saying we in a cult?
They made
you in a cult, you a Trump and all that. I'm like, man, you crazy as hell. Trump supporting me. I don't believe in no abortion and killing babies and all that stuff and transgender and what they call them people, the bulldaggers and all that. Not that, but drag queens coming to the churches. I mean, coming to the schools and all that kind of stuff. You want me to support all that? Trump is against all that mess. And he said he's going to clean it up. Read Agenda 47. Everything he says makes perfect sense. And he said he's going to do that the first day. The first day.
That's what he said.
He cleaning all that mess up. That's why they're trying to kill him. Lord have mercy. People they ain't paying attention at all. I saw a friend of mine where we went to school together. He had a great picture. He made a comment and I clicked on his name and I saw him. I said, man, he's looking good, man. He was laying in the yard, had his kids and grandbabies laying on his lap and stuff. And he made a comment talking about no matter what, no matter who the ticket is, vote for Democratic all the way down. And so I'm like, what? I said, man, are you kidding? So you don't have a problem with your grandkids? You finna send them to war, fool. Joe Biden just signed a $50 million deal contract, a 10-year contract, 10 years to take care of Ukraine. Does that sound like he's trying to squash the war or he's trying to extend it? Trump say the war will be over in 24 hours. And he just met with Putin a couple of weeks ago. They didn't tell you about that, did they? Right?
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. So listen, Y'all, everybody in the chat, people that support this channel, support me, you gotta talk it up. You can't sit there and let these people run over us, man. We got a country to save. Them people, you already know they dumb.
That's right.
So what would you like? We got something to do. It's just like changing a flat tire. It's something that we got to do. But
yes,
they done messed up. They messed up, Miss Roller, because they didn't let Big Al get a microphone. They in a lot of trouble.
Oh wow, Big Al has a microphone.
Y'all check them videos that's dropping this weekend. While you'll see what I'm talking about.
Drop your link, Big Al. Go ahead and drop your link so people can sub you up. Badgerton says the enemy loves everything God hates and hates everything God loves. Fact. Go ahead. Those of you who are here, go ahead. How you doing, Tammy? Hit that like button for me. Yeah, we're going to get off here soon because the rally is going on. Tammy, and they are demonic and go totally against God. Tammy gets it. Tammy has been here for a while. Yes, Tammy, you're absolutely right. Drop your link, Al.
Okay.
And so I'm glad, like I said, those of you who are here, don't just take what we're telling you at face value. Please, please, please research these people for yourselves. And you will definitely find out who's who. All right. Big Al, any parting shots? Before I let you go, anything else you'd like to say? And I think the guy, where's your buddy from Detroit? If you'd like to drop your channel link, please feel free to do so.
Yeah, shout out to TV. I see Big Cheese. Big Cheese says, please don't depend on Donald Trump or the Democratic Party because they are not going to do anything for the Black community. So what's your suggestion, Big Cheese?
Yeah, what are your solutions?
Yeah, what's the answer?
Where's that comment?
Yeah,
I don't see the comment.
Big Cheese, it's right there. I see it on my screen.
I can't see it. Okay.
Yeah. Big Cheese said, don't depend on
it.
Yeah. First of all, we depend on heaven. And I think with every bone that's in me that heaven sent Donald Trump to straighten this mess out. Right. And boy, when you say this to these little people, they get red hot. Now they don't believe in no God. So I don't know why they get mad. Right? Because like what did God say?
They're godless.
Come here, Abraham. Right? Come here, Noah. Come here, Abraham. Come here, Moses. Come here, Donald. It's the same thing. He doesn't work through a group of people. He works through a leader. And that man is a leader. Mark Zuckerberg has changed his mind about Trump. He said when he saw that bullet had grazed Trump and Trump got up the Secret Service to get him out of there. And Trump told him, wait a minute. And he threw that fist up in the air and said, fight. That changed Mark Zuckerberg. Now, the truth finna get out because Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook and Instagram. And what has he been doing for the last 4 or 5 years? He's been stifling the truth and putting the lies up. So all that is about to change.
To end. Like it's about to end,
Look at God. Who running it now, Keys? We following the Lord's work.
And you know what? We said yesterday, Big Al, those of you who didn't watch the videos, Big Al and I did 2 videos yesterday. So you need to check those out. I had a lot of good information that we shared. And I say this, if you can't see that the hand of God, the providence of God was involved with that unaliving attempt, then I don't know what else to say. There's no hope for you. If you cannot see the providence of God stop that man's head from being blown off, I don't know what else to say. Where are we? Big Cheese.
Yeah. Big Cheese, okay. He all right. He asked a question. So we
said the code. Big Cheese had a good comment, said the code of conduct and delineating, wait a minute, non-FBA out of our community. Okay. Big Cheese, I'm not sure what all you're trying to tell us there, but okay. Karen, many will mock. Let me see.
Let me go back up here. He made one before that, but he said okay. I think he said,
and they're going so fast. I can't find them.
Well, I asked him a question. He said Big Cheese don't have any answers, so at least he's listening. Yeah.
Okay, Ruby.
I don't
As
think
patriots, we have to be informed and able to express facts as we address these brainwashed non-thinkers. Right, Ruby? Thank you so much, Florida. Steve says, my suggestion is do something for yourself. Steve, we've been talking about that. Work ethic, character, right. That's what I tell people. We're not on here saying someone owes us anything. Hard work and character, work ethic, boom. You can go places. Fridge. God, that one was a scary photo of Kamala Harris. Wonderful weekend. You too, Fridge. Brandy Coke. They never done anything for black people. I don't know who you talking about, Brandy. Karen, many were mocking when you were crying. Oh, Facebook. Okay. Valerie, been in Washington State 4 years, all mail in, drop off ballots. Governor is far left. Valerie, can you move? Real Twin. Sounds good to me. Real Twin, you got to come to North Carolina, dear. Ruby said, misinformed. Steve, no one should think the government is going to do anything for you. Do it for yourself. Steve, you have to. If the government does something for you, strings will be attached. Good point.
Right.
Linda, that's how are you? Amen. Thank you for your beautiful words and soul. God is in control. Linda gets it. Yes. Vicky Camacho, how are you? Does Big Cheese know that Trump dedicated a large amount of money to black colleges for a number of years? Vicky, he sure did. And
yeah, he did.
They don't want to say anything about that. They don't want to say anything about the things he did to help black Americans. No. They're not going to do. And so anyway, folks, that's all that me and Big Al wanted to share with you. Make sure you're here with us tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big Al will be here to share his Blexit story from the Democratic plantation. All right. Now, Big Al, is there anything else you'd like to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, I think, just be diligent and, do your research and keep, talk to people. I think you have to talk to people.
Hold on.
Man.
Yeah. Especially Big Al, I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
The Big Cheese is saying the government of the United States owes the FBA, who's that Free Black American Family, tens of trillions of dollars in reparations. I will address that, Al, and then I'll let you address it. First of all, the U.S. government doesn't owe us anything. I had someone come in a few weeks ago talking about black people, black Americans need to get reparations. First of all, if you know your history, you need to start in Africa. Had they not sold their brethren and sisterin into slavery, how could the Atlantic slave trade have happened? So you go over there to Africa. They're not going to give you anything, Big Cheese. Why are you only asking America? And you need to read some of Thomas Sowell's books, like I've been reading. He's written over 40. Okay, read some of his books. He explains why reparations are not warranted for Black Americans. I subscribe to his ideology. Every race or ethnicity of people has at one point in time been enslaved. Where are you going to start? Could you address that, please, Big Al? Your thoughts on reparations?
Yeah, I sure can. I believe that, first of all, who that era is over. There are no people in that era on both sides living. So who's going to pay and who's going to get the money? I've never heard my grandmother say anything about being a slave. Matter of fact, they said my grandmother walked out of the cotton fields and started her own life. And then when she walked out of the cotton fields, she wound up with 3 nightclubs, a hotel, and several rent houses. And when I was growing up, I don't know nothing about being poor, broke, and hungry. I'm just telling you the truth. Now, I've seen some people that were struggling, but it wasn't my family. My grandmother walked out and became an entrepreneur, right? So I don't know. So where are we going to get the money from, and who are we going to give it to? Big Cheese, that's my question, right? And do some research on this. There's been one president in the United States that has no ties to slavery at all. And guess who that was? Donald J. Trump. The rest of them, if you follow their ancestors back, they all had ties into slavery. So you're going to get the money from them? I mean, how you going to sort that out? So you're just going to tell all the white people, give us some money, and then give it out to all the black people. Is that how you're going to do that? That doesn't even make sense.
More
bro.
division. More division. More divisiveness.
Yeah, why don't we just look forward?
No.
Yeah, get your own money. Right? And
get out of the rear view mirror. Get out of the rear view mirror and look forward.
Hey, listen, in the chat, don't say nothing to Big Cheese. Big Cheese is asking questions. So Big Cheese is doing what he's supposed to do. Somebody, he's been indoctrinated. You know, he think what he's thinking, but he's asking questions. He could be somewhere on Facebook telling lies, right? But he's not. So don't say nothing to Big Cheese. Yeah. Big Cheese coming around.
Right.
Big Cheese actually trying to learn.
I agree. Yeah. Yep. Ruby gets it. Even Obama's family owns slaves. Exactly. And so Linda said, just watch them in Congress making laws and rules, and you will see the truth. Watch what they talk about and their actions, and determine if you're yourself. Pray about everything. Real Twins, are you in the Teams app for Brexit rolling? I'm a city councilor. Yeah, I'm not. I do support Team Brexit. Real Twins, send me an email, dear. I'll go ahead and put my email there. Reach out to me, dear. If I can help you do anything, not an issue. But yeah, we here on this channel, we don't support reparations, dear. I know a lot of channels do. But again, I subscribe to Dr. Thomas Sowell's ideology and also Big Al's ideology. No, stop looking in the rearview mirror and let's all look forward, because let's be real. Look at all the millions of Black Americans who work here in America. What am I taking money? I pay, we all pay thousands of dollars in taxes. So, you know, what am I paying myself? No.
We used to pay $1,000 in taxes. Y'all go to tatertax.com. Y'all, yeah, me and my daughter, we'll take care of you on that. We know the game they playing with the IRS. They got rules that help. Where they say they help wealthy people, the rules help the people that understand the rules. And everybody got rules and laws. The IRS have no problem with you not paying taxes. They have a problem with you cheating, but you have to do it the right way. But I'm gonna tell you what the secret is. Y'all ready? 95% of all the tax laws are for small businesses. And you can have a home-based business and it still qualifies. Now you can write off a lot of stuff that you do. You can write off your phone, you can depreciate your car, you can write off food, meals, and entertainment and all that stuff, right? And so that's how you win the tax game. Because how does it make sense to pay taxes and then let them send your money to Ukraine?
Yeah, Big Al. The Big Cheese said we pay taxes for the Native Americans getting reparations right now. I guess he's talking about the casinos and things like that. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he's talking about Indians. Those are Native Americans, I guess. I don't know if they get reparations. I don't know nothing about that.
I guess he's talking about all the money they receives from the casinos. I guess so. That's their name. He said we pay taxes for the Native Americans.
Why don't somebody do some research and see the money that the IRS collects? Where does that money go? That's what you need to research. Where does your money go?
Right.
And a lot of people gonna say, well, it go to build bridges. No, it doesn't. That's all state and federal. That's all state and local stuff. Taxes that does that. Highways and all that stuff.
Right.
Where's the money? The money the IRS collect, where does it go?
All right. Good. Hey, good question. We know it's not going to help Americans. We do know that.
There is.
And so, and like I said, we're going to do a whole video. Me and Big Al are going to do a whole video on reparations. Big Cheese said we pay taxes for the Japanese being in prison camps after World War II. Big Cheese, I'm fully aware of that. I'm an avid history buff. I don't teach history per se. I teach history as it relates to science in the classes that I teach, but I'm very familiar with that. But again, Big Cheese, you're hoping and praying for something that's not going to happen. So that we're saying, look forward. And again, if you're not going to start with those African nations, then no. I tell you, Big Al, a guy came in the chat a few videos ago, and he was adamant about America needs to pay all Black Americans reparations. And I kept saying, hey, why don't you go to Africa, start there first? He just disappeared. I haven't heard anything else from him, because that's where it started.
Yeah, here's my question. Do you really think that white people got on a ship, sailed to Africa, hit the shores of Africa, and got off the boats looking for Negroes? Do you think that happened? What about the anacondas and the lions and the tigers and the leopards and the cheetahs and the gorillas?
Oh my.
Right? They didn't get off no boats. The Black people brought Black people to the boats and sold them. So if you want reparations, Big Cheese, you need to be getting it from the Black folks, because they sold their own people into slavery. They're not gonna tell you that. Ain't no white man got off no boat in Africa. How you gonna find you? Can you imagine getting off a boat in Africa, going up through the jungles trying to find some Negroes? What the snakes, all that? You got to get through all that mess. And guess what happened? We know what's going on at the when you got big bodies of water. That's where a lot of life and vegetation. And back then, it probably was thick as I don't know what. So them people ain't got off no boat and start weeding their way through Africa trying to put no Negroes in slavery. Right. And then you can't catch no brother no way. We fast as hell. So you think the white folk could outrun a Negro?
They were delivered. They were delivered to them. They were delivered.
They were outrunning the cheetahs. So how is the white man gonna catch them?
They were delivered to them, and they exchanged them for rum and other gifts. And after tribal wars, if your tribe lost, guess what? You will be sold into slavery.
Yeah, that's it. That's always been the case. The weak people are always gonna be. And the stronger people gonna control them. That's all. Just the way
like I said, if you go over there, what's his name, Big Cheese, go over to Africa and tell them you're coming over there for some reparations. They're probably gonna unalive you. No one's giving you any money. So again, look forward as to what you can do in America to make your situation work for you. Hey, character, hard work, work ethic. Hey,
here's what's gonna happen. He gonna get one of them.
He gonna get the poison darts.
Go get your money, bro, and see what happens.
What the poison darts?
Yeah. He gonna hit. That's what's gonna happen.
Woo! Anyway, I love it.
Those are some good questions. Oh my God. Those are some good questions, bro. Keep digging.
Yeah.
Keep digging.
But and like I said, start in Africa. And if you make it back, again, you have several other countries. Why do people want to start with America? All these countries were involved in slavery. Why you want to start with America? No. Badgerton says, Thomas Sowell said that the Europeans could not survive the wilderness in Africa. Europeans are a cold weather people for the most part, and they are. If the water is wet, there are gators or crocs in the water. Keith Evans, we have FBA, I think that's Free Black American candidates, Dr. West and Dr. Abdullah, run the independent for the White House 2024, a Black agenda and reparations. Okay, Keith, I won't be voting for them because they're talking about black. We have to be all inclusive of all Americans.
The Democrats The Democrats not going to do that. They're going to tease you with it, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah, they have that on their ticket. They're not giving you anything. Don't fall for it.
They ain't giving you nothing.
Karen, Trump has a Band-Aid now. Good, Linda, that's why they went for the black man there, saw the strength and saw how they could make more money can be the root of all evil. It can be. For your information, not all Africans were enslaved. They came from Columbus. There were Moors living among the Arawak and Taino Indians. Yeah, I know that. Are you lost? We didn't say all Africans were enslaved here. Steve, the idea of reparation comes from the little hats. Valerie, almost 25 cents on the dollar taxing Washington. People are leaving here like California. They're taxing people to death. I get it. Foundational Black Americans. Thank you, Ruby. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. I guess we'll get on again. Me and Big Al get on again tomorrow. We thoroughly enjoyed you.
Yep.
You know how I do. I will continue to respond to your comments in the comment section even after I end the live. Smart Final said for 60 years, Democrats gave you nothing. Why would they start now? Smart Final just clocked into the live chat, and you're on point. Linda, look at a person's heart, soul, and love for all. Right. Tina B, African soul. Right.
Miss
So
Ruby.
start in Africa. Right, Tina? Right, Tina? Tina gets it. Okay, those of you just joining, hit that like button. We're going to. Ruby's asking me to twerk again. God knows. Ruby. You see
Miss
what you got?
Ruby
You see
is
you have
Ruby.
started. Oh man, Ruby. See, why do you have to get her going? All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Carl, how you doing? Carl Martin. Carl, we're ending it now. You're gonna have to go back, love, and check out everything that we talked about. Ruby, I'm gonna get you later. I'll text you. I'll get you. So folks, hit that little thumb, which is the like button. If you're just chiming in, make sure you go back and watch it from the beginning so you can see it in its entirety. Don't forget, be here tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. on the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I will continue to respond to your comments in the comment section. So bye for now.